fight out, go see what I could have did better, you know what I mean, where I can grow from, my mistakes I made, the things I did good. Just grow, man. I don't got a fighter in mind as of right now, or nothing like that, you know. I still got to process, you know, me taking my first loss, you know, and see how I took it, what I did wrong, what I could have did better.
Frank Martin's failure to heed the crucial instructions from his trainer, Derrick James, before the 8th round cost him the fight against Gervonta Tank Davis last Saturday night in Las Vegas. Martin's disregard for his trainer's advice proved to be a pivotal mistake that led to his knockout defeat. Derrick James instructed Martin, 18-1-12 KOs between the 7th and 8th rounds, to move to the left when he was against the ropes rather than to the right. Moving to the right put Martin directly in the line of fire of WBA regular lightweight champion Tank Davis's powerful shots. This critical piece of advice was intended to help Martin avoid Davis's devastating left hand, which had already caused him trouble earlier in the fight. Unfortunately, Martin did not follow his trainer's guidance. As a result, Tank Davis connected with a big left uppercut in the 8th round that stunned Martin, followed by another left that knocked him out. The knockout was a direct consequence of Martin's failure to move to the left as instructed, instead moving to his right and walking into Davis's powerful left hand. It remains unclear why Martin ignored his trainer's advice. Whether he believed he knew better than his trainer or simply didn't pay attention to what was being told to him is unknown. Derrick James explicitly instructed Martin not to move to his right because doing so would expose him to Tank's left hand when his back was against the ropes. This clear and specific instruction was designed to protect Martin from the very outcome that occurred, and with the look of things, James might leave Frank to hunt for another star that has a listening ear. Given the way Tank Davis had taken control of the fight by that point, it's possible that he would have eventually knocked out Martin regardless of whether he followed Derrick James's instructions. However, it is also likely that it would have been harder for Tank to score a knockout if Martin had heeded his trainer's warning. By not moving to the right, Martin might have been able to avoid some of Tank's most dangerous punches and potentially last longer in the fight. If Martin's ring IQ were higher, he might have noticed that Tank Davis was landing his left hand whenever Martin moved to the right. This awareness could have prompted him to adjust his strategy without needing explicit instructions from his trainer. The ability to adapt and respond to an opponent's tactics in real time is a crucial aspect of ring intelligence, and Martin's failure to do so cost him dearly in this fight. Frank Martin needs to improve his ability to listen to and follow instructions from his trainer, Derrick James. Ignoring the advice of an experienced and knowledgeable trainer can lead to disastrous outcomes in the ring. If Martin continues to tune out his trainer, it could have serious implications for his career. He must recognize the value of his trainer's guidance and incorporate it into his strategy during fights. In a press conference prior to the fight, Tank Davis exuded confidence, predicting not only a win but also a knockout. His statements reflected a high level of self-assurance, though it's uncertain how much of that confidence was genuine versus psychological strategy. In boxing, confidence can play a significant role, but it must be backed by skill and execution. Davis's trainer Calvin Ford acknowledged Martin's ability to rise through the ranks and build a name for himself. This recognition from an opposing trainer highlights Martin's capabilities and the respect he has earned in the boxing community. However, Ford's comments also underscore the importance of strategic adjustments and the potential consequences of facing a top-tier opponent like Tank Davis. Tank Davis's confidence was tempered by a recognition of the unpredictability of boxing. He cited past upsets such as the Hay and Garcia fight as reminders that anything can happen in the ring. This awareness of the sport's inherent unpredictability indicates a balanced approach, blending confidence with caution to avoid underestimating opponents. Reflecting on the fight, it's evident that strategic decisions and adherence to a game plan are critical in boxing. Martin's failure to follow his trainer's advice was a crucial factor in his defeat. The fight serves as a reminder that even the most talented fighters must remain coachable and responsive to their trainer's guidance. For Frank Martin, the loss to Gervonta Davis is a learning experience. He must work on improving his ring IQ, listening skills, and ability to follow strategic instructions. These improvements are essential for his future success in the sport. Martin has shown potential and skill, but to reach the next level, he needs to combine his physical abilities with better strategic execution. Frank Martin has displayed considerable talent and power in his previous fights, boasting an impressive record. His ability to land significant punches and his overall athleticism have been evident throughout his career. However, his loss to Gervonta Davis highlights several areas that need improvement, particularly his strategic thinking and responsiveness to his corner's instructions. One of the most glaring issues in Martin's fight against Davis was his strategic deficiency. Despite having a capable trainer in Derrick James, Martin's inability to implement the advised strategy showcased a lack of adaptability. Effective boxing requires a blend of physical prowess and mental acuity, with fighters needing to adjust their tactics based on real-time developments in the ring. Martin's failure to do so against Davis underscores a critical area for development. Another aspect that Martin needs to address is his mental focus and discipline. Boxing is as much a mental game as it is physical. The ability to stay focused, follow instructions, and maintain discipline under pressure separates the good fighters from the great ones. Martin's lapse in following Derrick James's instructions suggests a need for enhanced mental training to improve his focus and discipline during fights. Gervonta Davis demonstrated tactical superiority in the fight, effectively capitalizing on Martin's mistakes. His ability to adapt and exploit Martin's weaknesses was evident throughout the match. Davis's strategic approach and ring intelligence were key factors in his victory. By consistently targeting Martin's right side and anticipating his movements, Davis showcased why he is considered one of the top fighters in the lightweight division. Experience played a significant role in the outcome of the fight. Gervonta Davis has faced high-level competition and has been in challenging situations before, giving him an edge over Martin. This experience allowed Davis to remain calm under pressure, make necessary adjustments, and execute his game plan effectively. For Martin, gaining more experience against top-tier opponents will be crucial for his development and future success. Defeats in boxing can be valuable learning experiences. For Frank Martin, this loss should serve as a catalyst for growth and improvement. Analyzing what went wrong and working on identified weaknesses can help Martin become a more complete fighter. Embracing the lessons from this defeat and applying them in training and future fights will be essential for his progression in the sport. Adaptability is a critical trait for any successful boxer. The ability to adjust tactics based on the flow of the fight and the opponent's strategy is vital. Martin's inability to adapt during his fight with Davis highlights an area for improvement. Developing greater adaptability and learning to make real-time adjustments will enhance Martin's effectiveness in the ring and help him handle a wider range of opponents. While strategic and mental aspects are crucial, physical conditioning also plays a significant role in a boxer's performance. Ensuring that Martin is in peak physical condition will enable him to execute his game plan more effectively and maintain high levels of performance throughout the fight. Improving stamina, strength, and overall conditioning can provide Martin with the physical tools needed to complement his strategic and mental improvements. The relationship between a fighter and their trainer is fundamental to success in boxing. Strengthening the bond and trust between Frank Martin and Derrick James can enhance their effectiveness as a team. This involves open communication, mutual respect, and a shared commitment to continuous improvement. A strong trainer-fighter relationship can lead to better execution of strategies and a more cohesive approach to training and fights. Looking ahead, Frank Martin must prepare for future challenges by addressing the deficiencies highlighted in his fight against Gervonta Davis. This involves not only improving his own skills and strategies, but also studying potential opponents and understanding their strengths and weaknesses. Comprehensive preparation and a commitment to continuous learning and improvement will be key to Martin's success in future bouts. Building confidence and resilience is essential for any fighter. Despite the setback against Davis, Martin must maintain a positive mindset and believe in his abilities. Developing mental resilience will help him bounce back from defeats, stay focused during fights, and handle the pressures of high-stakes matches. Confidence, when combined with skill and preparation, can significantly enhance a fighter's performance. For Frank Martin, the path forward involves a multifaceted approach to improvement. This includes enhancing his strategic thinking, mental focus, physical conditioning, and trusting his trainer. By addressing these areas, Martin can become a more well-rounded and effective fighter. Share your thoughts on the Frank versus Tank fight in the comments below. Do you think Frank could have avoided the KO if he had followed James's instructions? Let us know. See you in the next video.